Hey guys, it's Kristine. Welcome back to my channel where I talk about budgeting in my bullet journal. Today I am going to be going over my July 13th budget, which is my first paycheck for the month of July. So I am paid bi-weekly. In the month of June, I had 3 paychecks. That's why this first paycheck for July is so late. It's like mid-month. The upside to that is a lot of my bills from earlier in the month are already covered, and I'm just going to go over the things that this paycheck is going to cover. If that sounds like something you're interested in seeing, keep watching. In case you didn't see my last few videos, I'm going to show you this. So in my third closeout, we found out that I overspent in several categories, and it left me with very little money left in my variable expense account and still a lot of money in my sinking funds. But I had to shuffle some money around to accommodate my new budget. This seems so long ago now, but I did do my July 2022 budget for the month of July, and there I put down how much money I was expecting on getting, which I did get $2,031.81. That's because I missed 3 days of work and I only had 2 days of paid time off. Basically had Friday off without pay. I put down all my monthly expenses, added them up, divided them by 2, and that's how much I'm putting each paycheck towards these expenses. So I'm basically doing half of my bills each paycheck. And then I also broke down what I was expecting to do for my savings, my variable expenses, and my sinking funds. It's going to be a little bit different than what I usually do. And as you can see here, I did take up 2 pages instead of the 1. So my expense tracking is going to look a little bit different too this month. I'm going to see how that goes and decide what I will do in my bullet journal as far as budgeting for the month of August. But this is what I'm doing in July. I hope it works because I really was running out of space over here. Oh, okay, I didn't fill this out for my closeout. My bad. But I did close out this budget. I just didn't write it in. I've already gone and written these numbers in. Today is July 14th, so I've had about a day for these accounts to settle. Thank goodness, so that I had my actual numbers. A quick look down here. I've already paid off my credit cards from my expenditures from vacation. So my Bank of America credit card, this is just, I had extra space and I didn't have anywhere else to put it, so I just put it there. I made sure my Bank of America card was paid off, my Chase was paid off, Old Navy is paid off. This part doesn't really have much to do with this budget, except that it helped me to get my account down to their actual amount before I went and rearranged anything. Let's just get to this. So for G1 checking, this is the account that I use to pay my bills. So as you can see, I don't have a lot left from the last budget. So I have $16.61 left, and my allotted amount for this is $383. Now I always check down here to make sure that I'm gonna have enough money to cover my bills. So I have my dental insurance, vision, car insurance, and Netflix coming out under this paycheck. So that total is $150, and that means I will have enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pen that in. And that's really exciting because there were a few paychecks for a while where I was totally off. My numbers were off and I had to like shuffle money around just to make sure my bills were paid, and that was no fun at all. So my balance here is $399.61. For my rent, etc., I had $33.30 left. What I'm paying this under this paycheck is the water bill, which I've budgeted $50 for. But just like the bills, I added up what I was expecting to pay for the whole month and divided it by 2. So I am adding $489 to this account. And it is literally a separate account, just to keep my money separated. So what I tended to do before, and I still do find myself doing this sometimes right now, is I'll see that there's money in there and I will spend it. So it really helps me to have separate accounts, because then it's designated for something. It's not foolproof, because I have dipped into these accounts at one point or another. If you've been around long enough on my channel, you know what I'm talking about. We're going to try to do better. Oh, another thing too is I changed these around. So here I used to just have all my accounts and then my bills and then my variable and sinking funds. So here I actually separated them into my spending accounts and into my saving accounts, if that makes sense. Even though I can't pull money out of my Roth IRA, I mean, I guess I technically could, but then I would have to pay penalties, I think. For the sake of ease, we're going to call it a savings account. I know I skipped these two, and I will get back to those. So my Roth IRA always, for now anyway, gets $250. And I did have that here. So Roth IRA is $250. And then my emergency fund is getting $981. And then my other account that I didn't used to talk about is actually more of a, I don't want to say buffer, but it is. It's sort of a buffer that lives in my T-Mobile checking account. I try to keep it separated on paper anyway. That way I don't touch it. Again, this is me trying to hide my money from myself, because if I see that it's in there, then I will end up spending it. I'm really surprised that I've had this money for this long. This was actually part of my California state refund when I did my taxes. So I ended up paying federal taxes, but I got money back from the state of California. All that to say, that money is there. I'm not adding money to that though. That's just gonna sit there and collect interest. Santa Saver is gonna get $25. This will change later on, but for now, in the month of July, it is still getting $25. Like I said, we are gonna go back to this. And this actually relates to this part right here. And these are my variable expenses. For gas and car, let's go back to this. Okay, so for gas and car, I had $86.67 left. I actually put it in my travel gas down here. But everything else, like the stuff that zeroed out, groceries was a negative $215. I zeroed that out. I zeroed out household. I zeroed out, laundry is going to be separate from household now. Eating out should have had $172.21. But because I had so many negatives, I had to take what was in my actual account, which is $154.22. Much more than what I had on paper, granted. But I had to take that amount and make sure that that's all I was giving myself. And everything else pretty much back down to zero. So let me do this just so it kind of makes sense. So the $154.22 is what is actually in my account. The only thing that remained the same was gas and car, $86.67. And then for my allowance, sorry, that is another thing that stayed the same too. I had $63.71 left, which I decided to allocate to eating out because priorities, you know. Again, if you've seen my last 2 videos for what we did on vacation, you know that eating out is a big priority. And I actually spent, or maybe over budgeted is a better term. I actually over budgeted for eating out when we were on vacation. I had budgeted like over $600 and we ended up spending a little over 400, which is still a lot of money, but I kind of want to give myself a little pat on the back that, you know, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. So we have my paycheck here. And then we take out the $383 and then the $489 and then the $284.81. And we're left with $875, which is minus $710 minus $165. That is how I am going to distribute the money, and I am going to follow this for the most part, but I think there are some changes. So let me just kind of go slowly so I don't mess myself up. Okay. So for gas and car, this is for work gas or in-town gas. And then travel gas is not getting anything this paycheck. So I did put this money in the travel gas because I gassed up yesterday, which was the 13th. So that's why it's falling under this budget. So for groceries, I am budgeting $150. Household for this is going to get $150. Again, these are categories that are going to change starting in August. Laundry is getting $20, and this is for my daughter's laundry money. She should be good for a while, but towards the end of July, this will then be $40, and that's what I will give her for her laundry money. In case you're new, my daughter is away at college. They have a laundromat type thing on campus, and that's how she does her laundry. So eating out's getting 100. Like I said, hashtag priorities. Copays and meds. So copays and meds are separated now. I'm going to give them $50 each, and then allowance is still getting its $60. And fund money is getting $50. And uncategorized is getting $10. So all in all, that is $710. So for hotel, hotel is getting $0. We're not going back out of town anytime soon. Not till August, I think. But I'm not putting any money in that right now. Parking, and that new category is for when my daughter is playing her sport and we go to another university or even her own university and we have to pay parking, and it's like $10 a day to park. But that's not happening in July, so I am not budgeting anything for that, and I'm not putting any money towards it like a sinking fund, at least not yet. So for beauty and hair, this is another thing I had to change around too, because I did have a negative in clothing. So in my account, I did have $625.04. So I had to split up a few things and kind of shuffle money around. Subscription stayed the same. I gave clothing 20 instead of, making it negative, because I've been having a tough time with that category anyway, buying a few things here and there. Nothing big, like I didn't go on a shopping spree for clothes, but it's like, socks or I forgot what else. Oh, tank tops. I got myself some tank tops. Gifts and giving stays $157.38. Car maintenance stays $64.41. Where I decided to take that money from is from beauty and self-care. So I split those two up. So it is now beauty hair and beauty for brows. So the hair category is going to get $200. I still have not made that hair appointment. I'm just dragging my feet on getting my hair done. My roots are showing. It's really bad. I I just don't like change. I mean, I think I would rather go gray than go to somebody who I don't know. Anyway, I'll get over it, I'm sure. So for brows, I put $108.25 just to make this all total out to $625.04. I do need to start saving up for that. My brows are due for a touch-up, I believe, the end of this year. So in case you didn't know, I do have my eyebrows microbladed. It kind of costs a lot of money, so I'm going to start saving up for it now. All that to say, I'm giving hair $25 instead of $50, and then brows the other $25. Car maintenance is going to get its usual $50. Gifts and giving is going to get $50. Clothing is not getting anything. And subscriptions is going to get $15. So this used to be the Amazon Prime sinking fund, but I've decided I'm going to cancel that in September when it comes around. And I am going to kind of just have my subscriptions on rotation. I just can't have all these streaming services. Like I have Disney Plus, I have Hulu, I have Netflix, I have Amazon Prime. At one point I had Sling, I had Apple TV. It's just a lot. So I'm trying to pare it down. I am having a hard time letting go of the Disney Plus and Hulu, but I should be canceling that soonish. Let's see. So it's due on the 27th, so I have to cancel that before the 27th. And then Netflix I'm keeping. So anyway, so that is what that looks like. Oh, I said I would go back to this. So I'm just gonna set this here because sometimes when the ink doesn't dry, it gets smeared. So 710. So 154.22 plus 710 gives me 864.22. And then this is the T-Mobile savings account, which is getting 165. And in total, that is $1,747. Oh, and I didn't do the other side. Hold on a sec. So 625.04 plus 165 is 790.04. So 399.61 plus 522.30 plus 864.22 plus 790.04 is $2,576.17. So let me just do these also. Oh, that's easy, Kristine. You totally could have done that. Okay. So 2,500. And for the Roth IRA, this is the money invested in 2022. So I don't actually keep track of that on this channel. Like, I don't keep track of how much it's worth now. That would probably be a sad video anyway, seeing as how the stock market is going. But I have hope. I have a little time before I have to retire, so I am going to ride it out. So, yeah. It's 1415.05 plus 1604.33 plus 475.08 5994.46. Okay. Ooh, Oh, bother. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so this was supposed to be a 5. All right. So hopefully you can see this because it has gotten kind of dark. I'm just going to do the quick math over here. I went ahead and filled this out, and this basically mirrors this. The only thing I don't have on this is the new total column, and on here I kind of break down the 3 different check-ins, and then this total spent and ending total are over here. So this is sort of like a condensed version. I mean, I could just like stick this in here and paste it if I could. But anyway, so some of these are going to be super easy, new totals. So for gas and car, I have 70, groceries 150, household 150, laundry 20, eating out is going to have 163.71, co-pays will have 50, meds will have 50. I do need to schedule an appointment with my primary care doctor. She is retiring. And I'm really sad that she's retiring because I'm like, I just found you. She's awesome. But so I need to get my labs, all my workout stuff done. I want to get all that stuff done before she retires. That way I don't have to stress out about finding a new doctor, because I will need a new doctor. 1 plus 50. She does have other doctors in the same practice that could theoretically take over, but they're male, and not that I have anything against men, but I just would prefer a female doctor. It's funny because her colleague is actually the one who was supposed to be my primary care doctor. Like, I had chosen him. It's like year 2 of COVID, and they were still doing telehealth. A lot of them were, except for my primary doctor. She was doing in person, and which is what I needed, which is what I wanted. So I kind of got her because the doctor that I had first chosen was only doing telehealth. So I lucked out. I really liked her, and I ended up switching over to him, or I ended up switching over to her. So that was nice. No, she's retiring. I didn't even think she was like that old. Like, to me, she still looks pretty young, but anyway. This should be 207.38. Clothing is gonna have 20. I'm not planning to spend anything on clothing. I mean, I rarely ever plan to spend anything on clothing. So I hope that $20 will be enough if something does come up. Oh, why do I do this to myself? Okay. This is 90. 75 plus 15 is 90. Okay. Ta-da! Well, that's it for this video. It's obviously time for me to go. And I hope you guys are having a great week. Thanks so much for watching my videos and for supporting my channel. Please comment down below if you like the new setup I have here. Please hit like, please hit subscribe if you've not subscribed yet. I will be trying to post as many videos as possible until I get caught up. So yeah, that's it for now. I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks. Bye.